Welcome in. It's time for another 1v1 on the SDH network. I'm Jason Longshore, and today I'm joined by brand new Carolina core attacker Anthony Sumo Jr. Anthony, thanks for taking some time for us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Jason. I'm grateful to be here.
I've known you for a long time through your
Yes, sir.
exploits in UPSL Georgia and the NPSL with Apotheos. How did everything come about for you to end up in MLS Next Pro with Carolina this year?
First of all, before I say anything, I just want to say I'm grateful and thankful to God because He gave me the strength and the perseverance to be able to get through all the obstacles that was in the way. And looking back at it, it's just been hard work and putting my faith in God. Just hard work and working hard. Like Coach Bruno, which he always told me, hey, everybody has talent. Everybody can pass the ball. Everybody can dribble the ball. It's whoever wants it the most. That's who's gonna get it. So he told me, he was like, hey, before you get out of here, you gotta be the difference. You have to score. You have to score goals. You have to assist goals. You have to do those things. If you're not doing these things here, what makes you think you're gonna do at the next level? So yeah,
It's that level of consistency
yes
that
sir.
is always that challenge going from one level to the next. How much has that journey that has been not a crazy long one, but a time where you've been a consistent goal scorer in UPSL, you've been a consistent goal scorer for KSA,
Yes.
and how does that make you a better player today?
Um, it's just being consistent. I think playing football, if you want to be a professional, you have to be consistent. That's what separates you from the other people. Coach Bruno always told me, hey, if you're not scoring 2 or 3 goals every game, I don't think you're gonna go anywhere. So the moment you realize that you start scoring 2, 3 goals in a game, then we can start talking about other places. So yeah.
You've mentioned Bruno Kalanji a few times. How important has he been in your career?
Um he's well, he was one of the reasons that I'm still playing soccer today because when I moved across country from Liberia to the United States, life got very hard. It was very difficult. And putting my faith in God, praying and trusting in Him that stuff is going to happen. Coach Bruno brought me into his home. He brought me into his family. He took care of me. He mentored me. He taught me things. And he just kept me consistent. He always reminded me to train hard. He always reminded me to work harder than other people. And he always reminded me to not listen to what other people are saying. Just work hard. Yeah, he has been a mentor, a father. He's been like everything to me. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful to him for helping me grow, helping me develop. And yeah,
I think something that has really stuck out to me over the past maybe 12 months and watching your game and watching your team play is how much more complete you have gotten over the last year or so. You know, you've always been a goal scorer, no problem with that. But the runs off the ball, the pressure defensively, creating opportunities for others. Has that been kind of a focal point for you, or is it something that just comes with experience playing at a good level?
I think it's many things. I think it's experience. I think it's, for example, my dad played professional soccer, and growing up, he always told me, "Hey, you were born to score goals. You were born to play soccer. Just go and play. You're gonna figure it out. You came from a professional soccer family. You're going to figure it out." And I always been that type of player. Whenever I go into an environment, I've been a great player always, but you have to fight for your spot. You have to show to whoever it is that's the coach, assistant coach that. And it was like that at KSA when I went there. There was many great players in KSA, and there was a few times I was on the bench, and Bruno would tell me, "Hey, if you can, like you're a great player, you're talented, but when you step on the field, you got to be a difference. If you cannot be a difference, it's not gonna work."
I think one of the elements of KSA and the way that the club has come together at the pro profile level in UPSL, you know, you've had the chance to play next to quite a few guys who have played professionally at a good
Yes.
level. But, you know, lately I look at guys like Junior Sandoval and
Hmm.
Kareem Tamimi, two guys that I've known for a long time that I've seen their games develop. How much did you learn from guys like that who have been in your shoes now to help get you here?
A lot. Like just being in that environment, training every day with these guys, Jonas Sandoval, Joseph Samuel,
Yeah.
Muhammad, Grant, the list go on and on. Lagos, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of
Yeah.
guys. It's just speaking to them in practice every day. And I'm going back to Bruno because he told me, hey, don't just sit with these people and just chat with them and be friends with them. Ask them questions. Ask them, hey, or what are the reasons that you're here right now? Like, what can I do to move to the next level? Because they all have been there. They all know what it's like to be there. And yeah, they all helped me develop my game. They all helped me in training. They all helped me in practice, games, whatever it was. They were all communicating with me and telling me, hey, what you need to do to move up to get to the next level. So yeah, I'm grateful and thankful for these guys because KSA provided that environment, that professional environment where I was able to go there and train hard every day from Monday to Thursday, sometimes Monday to Friday. We lived a life of a professional at KSA, and there's many, 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 many more players like me there.
And there's going to be many of those who are going to get these kind of opportunities
Yes,
as
sir.
well. Now you're in North Carolina and you're with a club that really turned a lot of heads in MLS Next Pro last season in their first year. A club that has a great fan base and a kind of a unique spot in the league, being an independent club in a league with a lot of second teams.
Mhm.
What do you know already about Carolina Core, and how excited are you to represent the club in front of that fan base?
Um, First of all, I'm excited to be here. I'm grateful and thankful to God for giving me this opportunity through the coaches and the training staff down to the kit man, everybody else. And I'm grateful for Eddie Pope for giving me the opportunity to even be in this situation. He spoke to my agent, Lucini, shout out to Pro U Sports.
Yeah.
And they spoke about me coming in and they invited me over here to preseason. When I first landed here, I loved the environment, the players. Eddie Pope played in the MLS. He's a center back. He's a legend.
Mhm.
Donovan Ricketts, like come on. Andy Williams, Amado
Yeah.
Cabrera, like the list goes on and on. I look I look up these people when I got to the apartments and I was amazed. I was like, I'm going to be in an environment full of people that play the game at a high level. Like what environment do you want to be in? Like that is a gift. So just being here, learning from them. When I first came here, I'm a natural winger, and they signed me as a striker. Just being there for a week, just talking to Andy, talking to Donovan, I've learned so much in just a week from them. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to just be here. The players are amazing, the coaching staff, the kit man, the trainers, everybody are great people. They welcome me, and they're all happy that I'm here. So there's no other place. Great stadium, great fan base, great facilities, and like Jason, like I can't be more grateful. I can't be more grateful and more thankful. Like I remember praying to God, and all I would ask God for, hey, God, can you please just put me in the position where people are gonna care about me moving forward with my professional career and in life. Because football all the time is not just about kicking the ball around. There's so many other sides to it, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all those different aspects comes into me playing. So yeah, I'm so grateful that I'm able to be here, and thanks to God. I pray every day and thank him every day. Every day I'm thanking him when I walk into the facility and I walk into the locker room and I walk onto the field. But I'm excited to show to the fans, and I'm excited to help them win, and I'm excited to score goals. Yes.
I think that's one of the cool things for you being such a student of the game and having learned from your previous experiences to go now into a situation where, I mean, the guys that you just mentioned, Donovan
Yeah.
Ricketts, Andy
Yep.
Williams, Amado Guevara, Eddie Pope, you're talking about some of the legends of
Legends.
legends in playing soccer professionally in this country and all the lessons that they're going to provide to you. I
Yes,
think the
sir.
other aspect that's going to be really cool for you, getting to know the program and knowing Eddie Pope and what he's done in the community and the foundation that he runs, you're going to be a role model. What
Yes.
kind of things do you, when you get the chance to talk to kids who are wanting to be you down the line, what are the kind of things that you mention to them?
Um, I used to sing this song when I was little in church. I'm a Christian man, And I always used to think when Jesus say yes, no man can say no. And coming, migrating from Liberia to the United States, life was very difficult. And not having paperwork, not having so many things, I was put in the uncomfortable situation, in a difficult situation. When I graduated high school, South Gwinnett, I was one of the best players in the county, and I had a lot of colleges after me, but I couldn't achieve my dreams because I had nothing. So what I would tell kids is put your faith in God, work hard, and you're gonna be like me, because that's all I did. If I can do it, they all can do it. Just trust in God and work hard every day, because I was working hard every day. I was running miles. I was sprinting. Even I never knew what was ahead of me. I was one of those players that would go to training every day and knew that I didn't have papers to sign a contract. So I was just there, just to be there. But I never gave up. I never gave up on my dreams. And with the help of Bruno Kalungi, he stayed with me. He taught me. He was on my back every day. Anthony, do not give up on your dreams. He was like, you're a star. Just keep working hard. Keep praying to God and keep working hard. So my message to all the kids out there, all the kids in the UPSL, all the kids everywhere at KSA, at Kalonji Soccer Academy, never give up on your dreams. Keep working hard, keep fighting. It's gonna happen. Like, look at me, I'm in this situation right now. It's like a dream come true, because if you look at me a year ago, 2 years ago, I would never have thought I would be in this position because of the situation that I was in. But if I can do it, I think anybody can do it.
I'm really happy for all your success, man, and I'm
Thank
really
you.
glad you ended up in a great spot
Great.
that I think
Yes.
suits you really, really well.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck this season. We're going to be following it. We follow Carolina Core a lot here on the SDH Network, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you when you're back here in Kennesaw to face Atlanta United too later in the season.
Thank you,
Anthony, thanks for the
Jason.
time.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to see you guys too. Thank you.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action. It's Limeno, Georgia versus Dalton United here at Meadowcreek High School, home of the Mustangs. My name is Larry Weaver. I'll be with you all tonight's coverage. Little delayed tonight right now, just kind of give you an update of what we got going on. Dalton United's team is currently dealing with a little bit of a delay due to traffic coming all the way from Dalton, Georgia, down here to Norcross, Georgia. So right now we're in a bit of a delay. We have 8 players that are on the field. We got a few players that have just made it into the facility. They are currently getting warmed up and ready to go in the locker room. So as soon as we get 9 active players, we will get this party started. It'll give us a chance to go around the league, show you what has happened so far from last week and with this week, as we have one result from this week. This week, you can see here, FC Atlanta losing 1-3 to Georgia Athletic down at Otis Spencer Stadium. And this is a real challenge for Fountain City, as it's been 3 matches so far here in this spring campaign, and they have 0 points from those 3 results. We have 4 matches that are getting ready to kick off here at the 7 o'clock hour. FC Birmingham is taking on SSL FC down in Birmingham, Alabama. FC Columbus Elite are getting ready to kick off back at Otis Spencer Stadium against Kalonji Pro Profile. Georgia Revolution is taking on UMAFC down at Warhawk Stadium. And, of course, our match, Limeno, Georgia, and Dalton United. Only one match tomorrow. That is Albion SC Atlanta taking on North Georgia United. 7 o'clock over at Pinecrest Academy. That'll be an interesting match to see, because North Georgia United have really been on a solid result here in the spring season. You take a chance to look at the leaderboard as it stands currently. You can see that win today for Georgia Athletic shot them all the way up to 5th place. North Georgia United actually has 6 points, not 5 points. We can fix that real quick. But you see at the top of the table, we have a lot of teams that are sitting on 6 points. And then it kind of goes from there to 5 points for Paducah, Georgia in 6th. Dalton United, they have 4 points. Georgia Revolution sitting in that last, what would be a playoff spot, with 2 points. Potros with 1, as well as Albion and SSL. And then the bottom of the table, FC Birmingham, FC Columbus Elite, and Fountain City FC, all sitting on no points. So it's a real tough challenge for some of those teams. Remember that the bottom 2 teams will be relegated at the end of the season. The top 2 teams from Division 1, they will be promoted up here to the Premier Division. We take a look at the Golden Boot race as it stands right now. Dalton United's Jip Van Essen still sitting on top with 5 goals. Emmanuel Lam and Ronald Maradiaga both with 4 goals for North Georgia United. UMA's Davis Knight with 3 goals, as well as Demis El Hero with Kalonji Pro Profile. After that, it is just a cluster of players with 3 goals here as we are in week 4. 16 weeks in the UPSL Georgia spring season. Next week, it's going to be a very light week. It's considered a bye week for most teams. There's only going to be 2 matches next week, and that'll be next Sunday. Potros FC will take on Albion SC Atlanta, and UMA will take on Fountain City FC. So it's really going to be a clean week next week. Now, the other thing is the Division 1 season just kicked off today. They're a few weeks behind the Premier Division. 20 teams in the Division 1 system for the Georgia Conference, split into 2 subsets, a North and a South. Those matches kicking off today, and a lot of results over there in Division 1. Like I said, the top 2 teams for Division 1, they are going to move up into this Premier Division. Remember, at the end of the season, we go to playoffs, and then the playoffs, the winner of the playoffs will move on to the national tournament, and they will take on the rest of the nation and have an opportunity to move on to the National Final Four and lift the final national season trophy, just like Soda City did for the spring and fall of 2024. First team to ever win back-to-back. So Limeno, Georgia is lining up, getting ready to go. They're just waiting for Dalton United to get their final set of players so that they can get set off. Fourth official is over there right at the mouth of the entrance from the locker rooms, checking players in. We're currently right at 9 players, possibly even 10, which will get us kicked off. We need at least 9 players to start this match. We're still waiting to get the roster up here in the press box, so as soon as we learn all the players, we will let you know. It looks like our referees are getting us ready. Gives us an opportunity. We look at the referees for today's match. Mary Fernandez is our center referee. Ezra Hoffman and Camille Joseph are our ARs, and Carlos Rondon is our fourth official. Captains are down there with the coin toss getting ready to go. So we are just about ready to go. We're just a few minutes behind. We're still within that 15-minute window where a game has to get launched or it could be considered a forfeit. We don't want that here. So it looks like we're going to be okay. Yeah, I see 12 players out there for Dalton United, so we'll be able to kick off here in just a few moments. Like I said, thank you for coming along here on ASMG TV, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Rumble. If you like the content that we do, please take an opportunity to hit that like button and hit that subscribe, as it helps to get notifications when we go live and when we produce podcasts and interviews, and highlights, and all that fun stuff. We also have a Patreon channel for those matches that are not broadcast on our Rumble and our YouTube channel. Dalton United just getting together over there. And what we'll do is we'll step away here in the booth for a few moments, and we'll be back to make the call here for Limeno, Georgia, and Dalton United.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Meadowcreek Stadium for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Dalton United taking on Limeno, Georgia. At this time, if possible, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back here to Meadowcreek High School, home of the Mustangs. Larry Weaver bringing you all the action for ASMG TV. It's Limeno, Georgia taking on Dalton United. Dalton United a little bit farther down in the table than they would like to be. Limeno, Georgia having a really good result so far here in the spring season. Now that they are back in the Premier Division, they spent a couple seasons down in Division I, got themselves back up in the Premier Division where they feel they should be, and likely so. And they are really having a good season. You take a look at the fixtures from last week, you can see that Dalton United's match with Georgia Revolution was postponed, as well as North Georgia United's, due to the dangerous storms that we had through the area last Saturday. And then on Sunday, you had UMA defeating Albion SC Atlanta, SSL and Pachuca going to full-time 4-4. Limeno, Georgia coming and scoring late against Potros FC to get the 2-1 victory, and then just the absolute perfect game for Kalanchi Pro Profile, winning 7-0 over Fountain City FC, a game in which Kalanchi Pro Profile had to play their B team. A lot of their starters were off on assignments with other matches, and they had to use a roster of pull-ups from the academy and from older players, that veterans that generally don't get a start. Players like Junior Sandoval, who is a veteran and somebody that we know here in the Atlanta area, one of the greats from the area. He comes back and plays in that match. Generally speaking, Junior doesn't really get involved until later in the season, but he came in, had some great assists to see that 7-0 victory. It's going to be Limeno, Georgia to get us underway tonight. They're in their yellow and blue kits, and they're moving from left to right. Dalton United are in their black and red kits, and they're moving from right to left. And we're underway here at Meadowcreek High School. Thank you for joining us. Goal kick already. Both of these two teams are very similar in the way that they play. They like to play from the back, very fluid, move the ball forward. Not very likely of these two teams to really look for the long ball over the top. And of course, as I say that, a commentator's curse, you know it's going to come in less than a few seconds afterwards. One of the real bonus for Dalton United has this uncanny ability to produce long throw-ins, almost like corners themselves. It's something that they are able to produce goals time and time again. You saw it last week, you saw it week 1. It's just something that or not last week, but the week before in week 2. It's something that they're just able to do so fluidly, with Saldana coming up from that defensive position. The long throw in, gets into the box, heads in, and it is a goal. Right now it is a throw in for Dalton United, picking up that Voigt ball. Voigt, the official ball sponsor of the UPSL. They provide all the match balls for the UPSL. They're also the match ball provider for La Liga MX down in Mexico. There's a foul committed on Dalton United. Again, we're still waiting for some of the roster for Dalton United, as it was kind of thrown together extremely late due to that traffic that they were dealing with. This ball is about 26 yards out. Into the box, parried away, out for a corner for Dalton United. Be the first corner of the match here in the 3rd minute. again, here at Meadowcreek Stadium, the corners are covered due to the way of the design of this stadium. So you're not going to be able to see the corners, unfortunately. Here on the near side, that ball is going to roll through and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Dalton United did a short corner there, but unfortunately we can't see it due to the design of this facility. Even I cannot see him from up here in the booth. Back underway. Garabee loses the ball, goes out for a throw. Again, watch, this is where it's dangerous for Dalton United. One thing to note, these sidelines are a bit short, so it's kind of hard for Dalton United to get that run up for the throw that they like to do. So that could be a stadium advantage for Limeno. There's a shot on goal, but saved by the Limeno keeper. Medina with the save. See this very, very methodical play out the back. Garabee looking for somewhere to go. He's going to go back to Medina. Medina's going to look to try to pass it over to that far side. A little too much on it. Rolls out, will be a throw. It's an absolute exquisite day for soccer here in Norcross, Georgia. 68 degrees on this spring Saturday, the first Saturday of spring. A little bit of a wind this afternoon. It was much more this morning, but it's really lightened up over the day. Able to keep that ball in. It deflects off the Dalton man, but cleared away. Still in the attack of Dalton. A lot of changes for Dalton United this season as Coach Kiko steps away. Coach Jose Gonzalez takes over the role for Dalton United as coach. It's had some decent results so far. Had a really good opening home match against FC Columbus Elite. Had those 5 goals by Jip van de Essen. There's offside for Limeno. It was Leon who was offsides. See Jip up there on the top, right there in the middle, number 7. Keep an eye on him. He's currently 1 goal lead of the Golden Boot here in the spring season. Wants to add to that tally. Going to go back to the defense. Good work by this Limeno squad. Here to the near side, really fast, but able to control it is Espada. Garabee's going to go back to Medina. That was a really, really crisp pass to Espada, number 24. He's able to control it. It's going to be hard if you can see it at home. The outline here on the near and far line is a black line that is just beyond the blue line. So it's going to be hard. It's kind of hard to see it up here in the booth. We'll see if you can see it as well. Good movement for Limeno. There's a horrible pass. Did not see the Dalton man there as he was trying to get it to Espada, but still got it to Espada. Leon goes down. No foul. Dalton United travel well with their fans. A good little group of fans out there for both teams. Good crowd here on a Saturday night. in the Atlanta suburb for UPSL soccer action. Again, if you like what we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hugo goes down, but it's going to be a throw for Limeno, cut off by Dalton, cleared back to Hugo. Castrillon gets the ball forward. The ball makes it back to Orta. He's going to go back to that back defensive line. Nice long ball sent forward that time. Exactly what I said. Just when I say that they don't play normally out of the back, all of a sudden here they come. Villa Gomez with that long ball sent forward for Limeno. Headed back to the keeper. He's able to control it for Dalton. Jip wasn't able to get that header, but he had possession for a moment. Both teams losing possession in this center circle. Goes all the way back to defense of Dalton. Again, struggling to control the ball, both teams in the midfield. Jip Van de Essen with the ball, trying to get around the defender. Just able to take that ball off of him was Garaby, number 2. Great work there by Sebastian. That ball bouncing around a little high. No foul going to be issued from the center official. Continue to play. Down here to Espada. He's looking to send it forward. He holds up, makes his way through that midfield. He's taken down, and that will be a foul for Limeno, Georgia, here in the 11th minute. Looks like it'll be Alex Ramirez who will take this. Ramirez sends it forward into the box. Punched away by the keeper. Great work there. Nestor with a beautiful clearance. Back into the box, across, and that one's going to roll out. Will be a throw deep in Dalton's third. Dalton looking to get a few extra inches to throw that in. Center official had them move back just a little bit, back underway. And that one is going to be knocked out. It'll be a throw for Limeno. Espada able to get the ball in to Diouf. Ramirez loses possession. Now Dalton trying to counterattack, and that ball just touched off of him by Luis Orta, out for a Dalton throw. Head flicked forward, but it's going to be cleared away by Limeno. Again, Dalton just able to cut off the passes from Limeno so far. Diouf is going to go back to Espada. Espada plays a 1-2 with Castrillon and with Ramirez. Castrillon, he sends it down the channel. Limeno there, across the box, into the... What a goal for Limeno, Georgia! Absolutely exquisite goal. Great team effort there by Limeno, Georgia to go up 1-0. Take a look yet again, folks, at this exquisite work by Limeno, Georgia. Castrillon is going to send this in a beautiful through ball across the goal and just slotted past Nestor and into the back of net for Limeno, Georgia. It's 1-0. Home team goes up here in the 14th minute. I believe that was number 18, James Leon, who scored that goal. Double check it here in a few moments. Dalton flick it forward, but cleared away by Villagomez. Another beautiful ball forward from Castrillon in that midfield. That one ripped across. Etienne trying to bring that ball across, but there was nobody there to help him. And it will go out for a throw for Dalton United. Get it up to Van de Essen. He's looking to release it, able to do so. Go back to Hugo. Gets it back to Van de Essen. He one-times it. It makes its way to Hugo. Hugo, relieved of the ball, makes its way to Leon. He's trying to work down this near channel, is able to keep it in. But he's escorted off the ball by Rene, number 10. That'll be a foul on Etienne by Hugo, number 9 of Dalton United. Right about where the Limeno, Georgia bench is. You see as the players were looking over to the coaching staff. Ramirez back underway into the box. Beautiful ball. Bouncing around. Oh, and it's just wide. Etienne wanted a foul on the buildup of that play as he goes down at the top of the box. We'll take a look at it real quick before Dalton gets us back underway. You can see as this ball comes forward from Ramirez, you see the Limeno man go down and it's a wide open goal and he just pulls it wide. That could have easily been 2-0. Said Dalton United, a little bit of a different team this year. New coach, playing at Dalton High School instead of Dalton Stadium where they had been playing for the last few seasons, years in fact. A few different players on this squad this season. I think they're just kind of finding their identity. This ball bouncing around. Diop, he tried to get that one over to Leon. That wasn't a foul on Diop. That Diop more just kind of fell over Rene, number 10, than actually being fouled by Rene. Here's another beautiful ball. Etienne trying to get there. Nestor running out of his box. Grabbing that, still inside that box. Great work by the keeper for Dalton United. Zoiler sends it forward to Van de Essen. He's able to hold off the challenge from Ramirez, trying to get around 2 men, lays it off. Coming down here on the near line to number 19, Silky, back into the box, straight up into the air, deflected off of number 49 for Limeno, Georgia. I'll have to get confirmations of the name for number 49. I don't see it on the roster that I received before kickoff. Limeno, Georgia, very, very large academy system within this organization. They have 2 teams in the Division I, one on the north and one on the south, as well as academy teams. Also looking to enter the women's division. So this is a large developed academy and developed system here in the Norcross area. That ball finds its way to Leon. He chests it back. Etienne one times it back to Leon. He's onside and he slots it through. What a goal for Limeno, Georgia. Leon with a one-man wrecking crew on that exchange. You see this ball right back to him, and he just slots it past the keeper to go up 2-0 here at home in the 20th minute. Spada just crushes that ball back to the Dalton keeper, as Dalton was trying to find a path down this near channel. Like I said, Dalton United a little caught off guard for this match during the travel from Dalton United down here to Norcross, which is about an hour and a half, almost closer to 2 hours. They had heavy traffic and some of the players were delayed getting here. So they didn't really have a whole lot of time to warm up, to get a good stretch, get prepared for this match. So some of these players are not really playing at their full form. That is one of the issues when it comes to the UPSL system is, you do have times where you do have to travel, sometimes as far as 3 hours to go from some of these teams. Is Dalton United, of course, all the way up in Dalton, North Georgia, up in the Calhoun area. You've got FC Columbus Elite in Fountain City down in Columbus. FC Birmingham in exactly that, Birmingham, Alabama. UMA this season is playing down in Seal, Alabama. So there's a lot of different teams that are in a lot of different places. And sometimes travel can run you afoul, and you got to be prepared for that. Good work by this Limeno crew to get out of tight spaces, clear the ball, get it to Leon. Etienne trying to get there in time. Nestor has to have an acrobatic kick to clear it for Dalton. It goes out for a throw. Espada is going to receive this. It's going to be just about halfway. Etienne tried to touch that, wasn't able to do so. Deflects off of Leon, and it'll go out for a throw for Dalton United here in the 24th minute. Trying to work down that far side is Limeno, Luis Orta. Looking for a place to go. He's going to try to send it a little bit forward. He's able to get it just outside the box. Again, that commentator's curse, a team that doesn't usually send the ball forward like that, and they decided to do so because I said that they don't. But that ball is easily picked up by Nestor for Dalton. This Limeno crew looking really good. And this is a different looking crew than we are used to seeing in the past. Gone are the likes like veteran captain Gio Rios. He moves on through the professional ranks. Ball lifted forward for Dalton, headed straight up. Number 19, Silky gets it. Oh, and he just hits the side netting. That was a great little 1-2 try by Dalton. Number 19 tried to one-time that. Did not miss by much. Orta with the good footwork, getting out of danger for Limeno. Over here to the near side, Espada has room to grow. Etienne trying to get there in front of Nestor. Nestor! Great work by the keeper. He's just able to get there a step before Etienne. Working down that far line. And back all the way to the defensive line. Zoiler, he's looking for somewhere to go. Going back and forth between him and Jurgen. Long. Jurgen wearing number 8 tonight. Generally wears number 11. That one being held by Leo. Leo's pressing on Medina, but he's able to release it high into the sky, and it just kind of hung there. I can see just a light breeze in the trees. Nothing like it was this morning. Zoiler receives it again. He goes back to his center back, who gives it right back to him. Leo comes over here to number 19. Zoiler really controlling a lot of the play right now with Zoiler. He threads it to Jip, one times it to Leo. Leo looking for a path around the defense, not going to get there. Still gets it to a teammate. Jurgen tried to one-time that to Leo, but he was not prepared for that at all and got caught flat-footed. Now trying to work that far channel, able to get through. Looking to get it into the box. Cut off by Limeno. They wanted a handball, not going to get it. Now that ball just sent forward, but nobody for Limeno, Georgia was ready for a counter push like that. They were all back in the midfield. Watch that ball sail 30 yards beyond them. Master's going to try this near channel, able to get it to Hugo. Passes it over to Silky, who gets dispossessed by Leon. Leon having a fantastic night so far in these first 28 minutes. He goes down, no foul though. Back to the keeper yet again. Another long ball forward. Hugo tried to one-time it. Jurgen's going to head it forward, but it's going to be cut off again by Limeno. Rene gives it to his right back, who goes all the way back to the keeper. Now it's going to be Rodriguez again, trying to send it forward. Lays it off for Zoiler. He's going to go back to the keeper. Roundabout we go again. Rodriguez surveying the field. Elects to go to number 19, going up to Leo on this near line. He's into the box, knocked out. Will be a corner for Dalton United, knocked out by Espada. Another corner for Dalton. Again, on these near corners, we're not going to be able to see it due to the facility's design. It looks to be coming into the box. I don't see anybody lined up for a short take. Here comes short, bounces through, cleared by Limeno, Georgia. Looking to break, Etienne gets dispossessed. Diop gets dispossessed as well. Dalton, Van de Essen, he's gonna switch play. 30 minutes have passed. Limeno, Georgia 2, Dalton United 0. Goals in the 14th minute and the 20th minute by Limeno, Georgia. Working through the midfield, lay it off to Orta. Orta takes his time, gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez is just going to play in space, give it back to the defender. Goes all the way back to Medina. Medina takes his time, sends it long. Dalton gets possession for a second, gives it to Ramirez, gets it back. Jurgen lays it off. Rene. It's going to go back to Zoiler. Zoiler has space through the center circle. One times it to Hugo. Goes over to the far line. That pass off to Zoiler. Limeno take a long shot right about midfield. Oh, and he just misses. Good opportunity for Limeno. Might as well take a chance. And thanks to our crackpot team here at ASMG TV, we can confirm that, yes, number 18, James Leon, does have the brace for Limeno, Georgia. Those goals in the 14th and 20th minute. He's on it again, into the box, slides it across. That one just a little too much on it. He tried to take that one himself, and that one's going to go out for a goal kick. James with his shooting boots on tonight here at Norcross. Meadowcreek Stadium. See here, he makes it past Zoiler into the box. He tries to just take it himself. That one's out. Dalton get us back underway here in the 33rd minute. Zoiler, he'll move up. He's got some space to work with. Lays it off. Renee and Rodriguez are going to trade passes. And now get Zoiler in the mix. He's going to try to send it long to Vanda Essen. He's going to chest it. And unfortunately, chests that a little too far back behind him. It allows Limeno to receive it and now try to counterattack. Tried to thread that needle back, one time in it back and forth with Diouf. Not going to get there, but Diouf's going to receive it again on that far side. Etienne trying to do something with it, just can't get it out from underneath his feet. And dispossessed again is Dalton United. They're really struggling tonight to maintain possession. Limeno, Georgia doing a fantastic job. Coaching staff really has this team working on all cylinders tonight. Week 4 of this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division spring season. We said 16 weeks is this spring season. There's a couple weeks built in for makeups and buys for the teams. Next week is one of those weeks, as we're only going to have 2 matches that'll take place next Sunday. But Division 1 is already underway. They kicked off their spring season this weekend. We have 20 teams in Division 1, so there is going to be still a lot of soccer in the area next weekend. And coming in May will be the UPSL Georgia Conference Women's Division. They'll kick off in May. Renee sends it long, but headed away by Espada. Castrillon. Ramirez tried to give that to Orta. Orta was not ready at all, had to get on his horse to just clear it. Gives it back to Dalton. They make it through center circle. Not the best of controlled passes there. It'll be knocked out. They'll receive the throw. And that's the one thing for Dalton United. I talked about earlier in the match, their ability to really have surgical throw-ins, but they do not have their star player that completes those throw-ins for them. Saldana, he is not in the competition. I don't even see him on the bench. So they don't have that little ace in their sleeve, so to speak. Here's a great ball forward, but that one a little too far for Etienne to get to. Gets right back to Nestor, and he's going to get it back underway for Dalton. Dalton trying to work that far line. Limeno, work out of their back. Diop trying to get it to Etienne. He's able to get around Rodriguez. Rodriguez staying with him. Shot is taken, pulled wide. Etienne holding Rodriguez off for about 20 yards. They had a good battle between the two teams, between the two players. Take a look again as this ball comes forward for Etienne. There's a good 30 yards that the two players battle against each other. And then it is finally hit wide and out for the goal kick We made it all the way over to the other side quickly, but it's out for a goal kick. Leon, the goal scorer so far here in this match, gives it to Castrillon. Castrillon gives it back. Leon into the box, deflects off Rene. That'll go out for a corner for Limeno. I believe this is the second for Limeno. Dalton's had 2 as well. Again, down here in the void. We have one player set up short. It's going to come in long-headed and cleared away by Dalton. Now Dalton wanted to break, but it goes right back to Limeno. Espada is able to keep it in, but he gives it to Dalton. Get it to Van de Essen. He tries to turn. He does! Van de Essen, can he get it past him? He pokes it, and it's in for Van de Essen. What a one-man goal for Dalton United to get on the board, 2-1. A superb goal from Jip Van de Essen. This is why he is the current Golden Boot leader. He turns around Garibay and just pokes it past Medina into the back of the net. It's 2-1. Dalton United needed that goal before the end of this half as we're in the 40th minute. That gives Jip Van de Essen 6 goals on the season, cleared away by Dalton. He scored 5 goals against FC Columbus Elite and then was away on other duties for a couple weeks. This is really his first match since week 1. And he goes on and scores another. Gives him a bit of a cushion against Emmanuel Lam and Ronald Maradiaga, both from North Georgia United. They both have 4 goals. That is going to be offsides, or is that going to be out for a throw? It's going to be out for a throw. Dalton takes it quickly. Don't expect much stoppage time in this first half. Taken off the ball by Leon. Down in the corner. I cannot see what happened. Mary Fernandez has her yellow card out. It happened in the void. Limeno players coming over. It was Leon who was in the corner. The trainer coming over. Some of the fans in the stand are just like me, trying to look over to try to see what exactly happened. Additional players of Limeno, Georgia, Etienne and Diop running over to the sidelines to get a quick drink and instructions from the squad. There was a yellow card. She has a red card handed out, and that red card is going to be issued to Zoiler, number 3. So a red is going to be issued to number 3 in the 43rd minute. And unfortunately, because of the way that this facility is designed, I cannot show you what happened. Mary Fernandez, our center official, started from about midway on the field, had a yellow card in hand when she made the call. She must have had a conversation with her AR on this side and switched that card from yellow to red. So it's going to be a red card issued to number 3, Zoiler. His day is done. The trainer is still over in that corner. We'll see if we can reach out to the referee team at halftime. See if we can get some information of what happened. Needless to say, that ball is going to be in that void area in the Dalton side. I would assume a free kick is going to be issued. Whatever happened. As soon as I get some information from you, or I can get it for you, I'll let you know exactly what happened. There's a Dalton player who is currently down getting treatment as well. As like I said, they had a very, very short window with the issues in traffic. A lot of players had to come out of the locker rooms with very little, if any, warm-up and start to play this match. Mary Fernandez spoke to the 4th official and to the Dalton United staff to let them know about the issuing of the red card. It looks like it's going to be the end of the day for one of the Dalton men. He's going to be replaced by 25. Now, the other thing that we have to wait for is number 3, Zoiler, has to come. He can't sit on the bench. He is going to have to leave the playing field. He's going to have to either move into the stands or into the locker room. We're already in stoppage time. We should see, we went from probably not going to get any stoppage time to now we're going to get a significant amount of stoppage time. Number 25's day, or number 22's day is done. He's replaced by number 25. That was Neary, who went out injured. Replaced by number 25. If you're new to the UPSL system, each team can make 7 substitutions per match. Needless to say, just about to get underway as we are in stoppage time. Deflected off of the Dalton wall. Espada gives it back to Orta. Orta into the box, headed straight up into the air. Diop lays it off to Ramirez. Ramirez right into Nestor's hands. And 3 minutes of stoppage time is what we're going to get. We're already technically in 2 minutes of that, so I would expect us to move along a few more minutes before center official calls halftime. Castrillon is able to send it forward. That one deflects off the newly entered number 25. That one cleared by Dalton through center circle. Castrillon is able to get a touch on it. Allows it to get back into possession for Limeno. Trying to thread the needle, but Hugo steps in front of that pass. Jip Van de Essen, he was wanting that ball to feet, and that ball was sent well beyond him. Mary Fernandez, the center official, looking at her watch. See how much time we get. We're technically 3 minutes through, but we had a little bit extra for that red card. Espada working on Hugo, lays it off to Diop. Diop's going over to Castrillon. Castrillon over to Orta. Orta trying to get around number 25, the newly entered man, and makes it all the way through. Back to Leon. He lays it off. Back forward, cleared away by Dalton. Leon deflects it off of Leo. Makes its way back to Leo, and Espada takes him down, a foul. Gives Dalton a moment to take a breath. That breath is going to reach us probably to halftime as center official again looks at her watch. She's going to let this play to Van de Essen. Cleared over for a throw, and she is going to call full time there. So we go to halftime. It is currently Dalton United 1, Limeno, Georgia 2. The biggest note in this match is the red card issued in the 43rd minute to number 3, Zoiler. So we're going to have our team look at halftime and see if we can find out exactly what was the result, as it was in the void. We couldn't see what happened. The 2 goals for Limeno, Georgia coming in the 14th minute and 20th minute by number 18, James Leon, and in the 40th minute, Jip Van de Essen scores for Dalton United. That gets you caught up. We'll step away for a few minutes for a halftime. You get to watch some of the highlights of that first half. We'll come back, keep on for the second 45, give you a chance, get something to drink and something to snack on. We'll be back here at Meadowcreek High School. It's Limeno, Georgia 2, Dalton United 1. Welcome back to Meadowcreek High School here in Norcross, Georgia for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It's Limeno, Georgia 2, Dalton United 1. Larry Weaver bringing you all the action here on ASMG TV. You see there at halftime, you had goals in the 14th minute and the 20th minute from number 18, James Leon. And then in the 40th minute, we had a goal for Dalton United from Jip van de Essen so that he can extend that golden boot lead that he has. The biggest note of that first half, in the 43rd minute, a straight red card was issued to number 3, Zoiler, for Dalton United. We're not able to verify the cause of that red card at halftime. We'll have that for you after the fact on our Back Pass podcast this week. We'll let you know exactly what happened. Gives us an opportunity to look around the league for this weekend. You can see that Fountain City FC, Georgia Athletic was a 3-1. We're still trying to get confirmation for the FC Birmingham and SSL FC match, FC Columbus Elite and Kalanji Pro Profile matches. Those two matches, we're still trying to verify the scores. We do know that it is 1-1 Georgia Revolution and UMA at half. And then at half here, it's 2-1 Limeno, Georgia, and Dalton United. Only one match tomorrow. Albion SC Atlanta will welcome North Georgia United to Pinecrest Academy. And North Georgia United looking at mid-season form early in this spring season. It'll be Dalton United that'll get us underway in the second half. They're in their black and red kits, moving from right to left this time. It'll be Limeno, or from left to right, excuse me. Limeno, Georgia in their yellow and blue kits, moving from right to left. Jip van de Essen over the ball. He's ready to get us underway for this second 45. Jurgen comes up. He looks like he is going to be the one to take it. Mary Fernandez, our center official, with the whistle ready to go. Let's get it on for 45 here at Meadowcreek High School. Thank you for joining us here on ASMG TV. Again, if you like what we do, don't forget to like and subscribe, as that lets the algorithm know that you like our content. Throughout the week, we will produce highlights and interviews and podcasts and all that fun stuff around all things, not only UPSL, but also in the region, as we will be the broadcast providers for Apotheos FC and SSA in the USL 2 system and the USL women's system this spring season, as well as the UPSL Women's Division and Division 1 here in the UPSL. A lot of content that we provide you here on ASMG TV. Again, that red card still issued to Dalton United. They're going to have to play down a man for 45 minutes. Back underway. A little flick forward from Jip over here to Leo. Leo gets a push off by Orta. No foul issued to Orta, because that elbow extended. That easily could have been a foul on Orta. Etanin lines it across, but Leon is not there to get that hat trick. There was a substitution at halftime. Medina stepping away. Number 12, Nathan Marquez now in goal for Limeno, Georgia. As you see that happen a lot of times in this UPSL system, a lot of keepers getting time in goal, sharing goals. So we'll see 45s for a lot of keepers in a lot of different clubs. That ball makes it back to Castrillon. You saw in the pregame, you saw the interview that our partner SDH Jason Longshore had with Anthony Sumo. Here's an opportunity, and Etienne pulls that one way over the bar and out for a goal kick. Jason Longshore able to speak to Anthony Sumo, who had played for many seasons with Kalanji Pro Profile here in the UPSL Georgia Conference, just signed a pro contract in the MLS Next system to play for the Carolina Core. Carolina Core just defeated the UPSL national champions Soda City in US Open Cup competition on Thursday night. That ball sent long by Rodriguez. Jip chests it down, but again, just not able to chest it down into control. Gives it back to Limeno, and Leon is on an absolute sprint down this near line. Jip stayed with him all the way. Ramirez tries to give it back, just does. Leon tried to give it to Etienne. It's going to roll all the way to goal. Long boot forward. Espada goes down. Looks like Hugo may have got a little touch on him. Looks like he just got a little bit of an unintentional flick to the face. Looks like he's okay. Limeno working out of the back, send it forward. Not able to completely control it, and a foul going to be issued to Limeno. The Limeno man was trying to do everything he could to get around number 19 Silky for Dalton. That ball taken off of Dalton allows for a lot of space for Limeno to move forward, but Ramirez is not able to get that ball to Leon. Ramirez gets it back from Castrillon. A little bit of a fancy flick there from Leon. Now Castrillon sends it forward to Etienne. He's just beyond, and Castrillon gives it back to Ramirez. You can see the facility just almost blocking our view. Ramirez goes back here to Orta. He's going to cross it over to Espada. Espada sends it long. Etienne, he's got a touch, and that touch lets him down. That could have been a really dangerous opportunity for Limeno, Georgia. Unfortunately, Etienne's touch, just not what the doctor ordered. As you see, when Ramirez sends this ball back, and Espada sees Etienne and sends a perfect ball to him, and he's just trying to touch it down, and it just comes off and rolls out for that goal kick. Back underway here in the 53rd minute. Limeno holding that 1-goal lead. Dalton United looking to get that tying goal, bring it level at 2. Espada being pressed by Leo, coming back to Marquez. He's able to release it down the near channel to Orta. Orta has space to move. Trying to work around, just able to keep it in. Gets it past Rene, gets it on that back line, and Rene is able to work out, but it will be a corner. Or is she calling it a goal kick? No. It looks like, no, it will be a corner. Will be a corner. I believe this is the 3rd corner for Limeno. In the void. I don't see anybody set up for a short, so this will come into the box. Back post, headed, grabbed by the keeper. Nestor doing a great job for Dalton United. Again, this squad for Dalton United, a little bit shambolic to start, as a lot of their squad was stuck in traffic. A lot of those veteran players did not make the trip down here to Norcross, Georgia today. Not seeing the likes of that one, making it back to Marquez. He controls it. I'm not seeing the likes of Valenciano, Saldana brothers. So they are playing a little light, to go to speak, but also Jip Van de Essen with a goal to extend his golden boot race. He wants that second one to tie this match up and to extend that lead in the golden boot race. A man from the Netherlands, our very own Andre Bomar, had an opportunity to have a conversation with Jip after week 1 when he scored those 5 goals. And how he made his way from the Netherlands into the Dalton, Georgia region. Catch that on demand if you're interested. Limeno now on the attack. Ramirez tries to give it back, not able to do so, but wins it on the challenge. What a shot! Keeper has to get a flick on that and get it over the bar. Out for another corner. It's a good movement, win the ball back on that far side right there. He takes a crack at it. Nestor has to push that on over the bar and out for a corner. Again, it'll be on the far side this time, or it's on the near side, excuse me. They wanted to line up on the far side, but center official said no, it is near side. Here it comes into the box, headed over and out. It's gonna roll out. It'll be I believe a foul in the box on the Dalton man. I believe it was Diop who was called for that foul. Dalton gets us back underway. Again, very impressed with Limeno, Georgia. Newly returned to the Premier Division, and they look like a refreshed and a team that is looking to make a statement in this regular season and potentially into the playoffs and beyond. It's been a minute since they have been in this competition. Leon has just got his overskilled boots on tonight. Those boots have a advantage skill in them because he is just dancing his way down the pitch. Castrillon takes a shot. That one goes wide. Call them boots like a +4, +5 in advanced skills because he is just taking on everybody on Dalton so far. Put 2 into the back of the net for Limeno. Works down this near line, able to keep it in play, and goes down was Zavala. Really haven't called Zavala's name at all. Castrillon tries to lay it off and just gets it behind the oncoming Limeno man, but he gets it back. Castrillon back into the box to Diop. Just able to be in front of that was Rene. And now they had a moment, and the ball taken off of Zavala again, goes all the way back into center circle for Limeno. They retool, get ready to attack again. Give and go. Not able to get that final pass to Leon. That one's going to make its way back into the corner and cleared by Dalton. But right back into Limeno's possession. Castrillon, he's looking. He's going to lay it off to Espada. He'll give it back to Castrillon and to Orta. He finds the channel to Leon. Leon holds off the defender. Works around 2 men, not able to get around Hugo. A little bit of pushing and shoving, and it will be a foul for Dalton. Leon will be called for that hand-fighting exchange between him and number 9, Hugo. Gives a break for Dalton. The Dalton man goes down. It looks like there's going to be a substitution coming on for Dalton. Remember, this is the last weekend for Ramadan. We've had matches where we had, even last week, a little bit of a delay as it's set so that some of the players could break fast. And luckily in this match, we've not had to have any breaks for fasting, but we have had breaks for injuries. And this really comes to the fact that Dalton did not have a whole lot of warm-up time to get into this match. Most of the players coming in very late in traffic. Looks like his day is going to be done. Zavala, he took that challenge a little bit ago. He's going to be replaced by number 5. Don't have who that is. official just finalizing the substitution board, and there it is. Number 5 coming on for number 9. Or Zavala was 4. And we have a substitution getting ready for Limeno as well. I said in the first half, if you missed it, if you're new to the UPSL, each team can have up to, and then chip out of nowhere, can have up to 7 substitutions per match. Van de Essen tried to just rip one in out of nowhere. You see the ball come up forward from the keeper, Nestor. It gets bounced forward, and he just rips one, turns those hips, doesn't miss the top of the net by much. Ramirez cuts that pass off. Etienne has the ball taken off of him. It's going to be a throw, I believe, but it is going to be a substitution. And that looks to be the end of the day for number 22, Etienne. Stanley Etienne's day is done. He will be replaced by number 11, Christopher Valet. Etienne had a good 64 minutes. Should not be disappointed by his activity tonight. Team looks really, really strong early in this season. They, like most everybody, are going to have some time off next weekend. Only 2 matches next weekend. Give an opportunity for some of these teams to take a break. Got an extra 10 or 15 yards for that throw in. Jurgen, he looks to slice it through. Espada is going to get called for that one. Definitely so, and it will be should be a yellow card. It's just outside the box. And it is a yellow. I believe that should be on Espada. We'll take another look at this. See this ball coming forward on the throw. It comes across play. Jurgen with a beautiful ball, and he just takes the man down, and yes, that has to be the yellow card. This gives a dangerous opportunity for Dalton United because this is only centimeters out of the box, right about on that far corner of the top of the box. Got 3 men over the ball, excuse me. Looks to be a 3-man wall for Limeno. Jurgen over it, and Van de Essen, he'll take it. And the keeper having to have a all means necessary clearance. He gets down, clears it out, will be a corner. You have another Dalton player that went down. Another substitution ready to go for Limeno. This will be a corner for Dalton. Here comes the center official, goes over to the man that's down for Dalton, calls for the trainer. I can't see who it is that's down. I have another substitution come on, I would assume for Dalton. In the meantime, you'll have corner. We'll see if we can take a look at that attempt. See this ball come in. The keeper kind of just clumsily goes down, but he's able to clear it. Marquez. Here comes the player that is coming off that was injured. Looks to be, yeah, it's number 19, Silky. Here comes the in-swinger. Tried to head it in, cleared. Marquez just able to get in the way. Be a throw for Dalton. Like I said, Dalton United is very dangerous on these throws. On this side of the field, they have that opportunity to get a run in. This is almost like a corner for Dalton. High in the air, straight up. Here's a chance. Pulled wide by Leo. Here comes the substitution for Limeno. Number 6 will be coming in. That is Nicholas Gutierrez. He is going to be replacing I believe he is replacing number 7, Alex Ramirez, and indeed he is. Alex Ramirez with a good 69 minutes of play. Back underway. Vanda Essens trying to close down the space on Marquez. He's able to release it over to that far side. Thought about sending it long. Keeps it. He's able to move up another 20 yards before having to stop. Look for space. He finds it. Gets it to Castrillon. Castrillon gets it back to the back line. That ball sent forward from Villagomez. Nice little backflip up to Diop. He makes it into the box. He tries to give it back to Leon. Just a little off on that pass. Gutierrez, his first touch of the day. Able to get around one man, not around the second. Rolls out for a throw. Espada picks up that Voigt ball. Voigt, the new match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Voigt also the match ball provider for Liga MX in Mexico, as well as other leagues around the world. That ball's knocked out, be a throw for Dalton. Right about midline. Espada jumps high and clears it for Limeno. And just taken off of his feet is Castrillon right about midline in center circle. Apologies for those that were watching at home and the clock was a little funky. It's caught up. Have a word with that clock manager. Dalton sends it long and out to be a throw for Limeno. Espada got us back underway quickly. Gained to probably 15 yards with that. Leon, though, he's in the box, tries to flick it forward. Nestor had to get that one right and did so for Dalton United. Quickly gets the throw out, gets us underway, but that one just sent too long, too fast. Dalton, remember, they're playing a man down. A straight red issued to number 3, Zoiler, in the 43rd minute. We weren't able to provide you exactly what happened because it was down in the void. So they've played this entire half, almost 30 minutes, down a man. Released that ball perfectly, and there it goes down to be a foul. Trying to play advantage for Limeno in the second time. Gets the foul. Take another look here. See that ball right there, could have been advantage played, and then there for the second one. There goes down for the foul. It's going to be a good opportunity. It's about 25 yards out for Limeno. Right about on the edge of the far side of the box. Maybe 2 yards in. Make it 3. Center official asks for the ball to be back about another 2 yards. So it'll be right at 25 yards. Let's see if the Limeno man can get it on frame. 2-man wall. Punch straight up into the air, right at the keeper. He had to get that one right because that one was sent like a rocket right at him. Take another look here. Oh, taken quickly, excuse me. We'll cut back here in a second. Quickly taken the corner. And that one hit the American football bar. And that'll be a goal kick. It gives us a chance to look at that again as they took that corner very quickly. Limeno did. You see as this comes in right at him and he punched it straight up into the air. Back underway. Another substitution coming on for Limeno. It'll be Nathan Marquez is who I have listed that will be coming on, replacing Espada. Espada had a great 75 minutes. See if I can verify who is in goal for Limeno. Foul issued there to Dalton. Passing it back and forth in center circle, sent forward, headed out. For throw for Dalton United. Like I said, this is almost like a corner for Dalton. Good ball into the box. Bounces around, cleared away, back in, just wide for Dalton United. Dalton United trying to find their way back into this match. Take a look at this opportunity. Comes into the box, bounces around, gets right at the top, shot taken. That one does not miss by much. Here goes Van de Essen. Gets around 2 men, but he pulls that one wide. Dalton cut that off. Apologize about that. That was a weird sound. Offside. Van de Essen sends that one forward, but right into the path of the defense. Cleared away by the keeper. "79 minutes gone. It is Dalton United 1, Limeno, Georgia 2. Limeno, Georgia scoring the first 2 goals, the 14th minute and 20th minute coming from number 18, James Leon. In the 40th minute, Jip Van de Essen scored for Dalton United. Red card issued to Dalton United in the 43rd minute. Straight red to number 3, Zoiler. Here comes the throw in for Dalton. Bounces through, and it'll be a goal kick. Back underway from the keeper of Limeno. Renee's able to get possession for Dalton for at least a moment. There's a mistake pass from Diop. Allows Jip Van de Essen. He lays it off. Dalton wanted a foul. Wanted a second foul, a third foul. They're not going to get it. Leon loses possession. Jurgen controls it, but it's going to go out for a throw for Limeno. See if we can take a look in regards to what just happened. You see, they're wanting a foul there. They want another foul for Jip going down. They want another one right there, not going to get it. It's a Dalton throw. As we enter the 81st minute, can the men from Dalton find an equalizer before this match concludes? Or is Limeno, Georgia going to move their way up the table? That one controlled by the keeper. As it stands right now, Dalton is currently sitting in 7th place. Leon trying to get that one off of Dalton. Renee's able to control it. Gives it to Jurgen. Jurgen works down the sideline. Leo, good turn, good move around Orta. Continues to have possession down this near line. Hits the brakes, comes back a little bit. Taken on by Orta and Castrillon. Castrillon has it. Castrillon goes over into the void. Wanted the ball out. Van de Essens did, but it was not beyond the touch line. That's going to be a advantage played. That was there was a bump in the back by the Dalton man, Rodriguez. Good settle there by the Limeno man, but he loses possession. Jurgen and Rodriguez share passes to Leo. Leo trying to get it forward to Jip, not able to do so. You can see the disappointment there by Jip, and that's going to be a foul by Renee right on Orta, and the right about 40 yards out. Limeno, Georgia currently sitting in 4th place. This win would see them move up into the top spot, as they're the only team that has played Actually, let's see. I believe it would see them move up into the top spot. Good ball forward. Renee doing a great work by Dalton to keep it in play. Leon lays it off. Shot taken. That one's pulled wide by Gutierrez. Down at Warhawk Stadium, it's almost full time. Georgia Revolution have pulled away with a 4-2 lead over UMA. That'll be a fantastic win for the Revs. Substitution for Limeno would be number 16 coming on Anthony Lopez. He's replacing the brace leading goal scorer for Limeno, James Leon, with those 2 goals tonight. Cleared out by Dalton, but right back into play. Fighting for it between Marquez and Lopez, but it gets back to the keeper and sent high and wide by Nestor. It'll go out. It'll be a throw for Limeno. 85 minutes. We are ticking down. 5 minutes plus whatever stoppage time they conclude. It is final down in Warhawk Stadium, McDonough, Georgia. The Revs walk away with a 4-2 win over UMA. That'll be a great result for them. Offside against Limeno. That match was 1-1 at half between the Revs and UMA. Substitution for Dalton. Silky, number 19's day is done. Got another substitution ready to go for Dalton. They're trying to find something in these last few minutes. And there's another foul for Limeno. Another yellow issued. Take a look at the replay. See as this ball's trying to be pushed forward, just taken down right out there by the touchline. It's going to be a good opportunity for Dalton. It's about 19 yards, give or take, out. 19, 18 yards. Just try to sneak it through. Van de Essen not able to get that one right. He was trying to get that one to bounce through and get possibly touched in by Leo. Leo works that ball off. Here's a chance. Tried to give it to Van de Essen so he could have it. That one, Rodriguez should have taken that one. He received that ball right in the middle of the box. Instead of taking the shot himself, he tried to lay it off. Here comes a quick substitution. Gives us a chance to look at that. It'll be Leo who's coming off. You see that, he lays it off, should have taken it. Here comes the throw in, like I said, dangerous throw ins for Dalton. Bouncing through. Chip tried to send it back, calling for the ball in the box, cleared away by Limeno. Limeno able to get this one forward. Now here comes the counter. He has a man with him in the box. Can he get around it? Shot! What a Limeno goal! Absolutely fantastic counterattack. Takes it on himself. Comes all the way from his half, works around the defender, hits it, and nothing that the Dalton keeper can do. It's in the back of the net, and that is all but over, folks. 3-1. Dalton United over, Limeno, Georgia over Dalton United. I'll spit it out. This is a fantastic result for Limeno, Georgia, going past a team that has been at the top of the table for many, many seasons. They've had several titles. Dalton United, a team that has a very, very robust trophy cabinet. And they look to be falling here at Norcross, Georgia, Meadowcreek High School. That'll be the end of the day for Castrillon. He'll be replaced by number 13, Samuel Mawuko. And remember, Dalton has been playing down a man. Here's an opportunity. He's all the way on his side. He's trying to get past the keeper. He gave that keeper way too much time. And he saves it. Keeper was out of his box by over 40 yards. Gave the keeper tons of time to get back into position and get prepared to parry that ball away and out for a corner. You look at this, receives that ball about with 60 yards of space and just enough to clear it out for a corner. Nestor for Dalton United. Great work by the keeper to get back, get prepared. This will be lobbed into the box. Cleared away by Dalton. Now Dalton want to counterattack. Rodriguez coming from the back line, gets it to Van de Essent. He gives it back to Rodriguez as he continues his run, but he can't control it. Now Limeno smells blood in the water. They're looking for maybe a fourth as we are in stoppage time. See how much time we will get. Dalton will go back home with a loss. Good work by Limeno. Give it back to the keeper. Gets closed down by Van de Essent, but still able to keep it in play. Or it went out for a throw, excuse me. Now space for Gutierrez to work. Lays it off. Into the box, but a little too far and not going to be able to keep that in. Out for a goal kick. Goal kick for Dalton. Sent back into play. I did not see a indication of how much stoppage time we are going to receive here. Our center official has not looked at her watch. See a ball on the field about mid-line. The AR is right there. Ball into the box for Dalton, over. Just not able to get that on, and it'll roll out for a goal kick for Limeno. Update from down in Columbus, Georgia. Kalanji Pro Profile beating FC Columbus Elite 5-1. Just need to verify. The Birmingham game is the only one we have left to verify for this weekend. A lot of changes are going to happen in the table. So to get caught up on all things in the table, get an update on the schedule and all update on the Golden Boot and everything, visit asmgtv.com for all of your UPSL Georgia information, as well as Division I and Premier Division, as Division I kicked off this weekend. Shot quickly grabbed there by Nestor. Had to settle that ball. Our center official, she's got the whistle in her mouth, ready to conclude this match. And that is going to do it, folks. We end this contest here at Meadowcreek Stadium. It's going to end Limeno, Georgia 3, Dalton United 1. A fantastic job by Limeno, Georgia. They have looked absolutely fantastic so far this season. Take a look at the fixtures from this weekend. You'll see that it is confirmed on that FC Birmingham match. It was Birmingham wins 5-4. That'll be the first win for Birmingham this season. So that's a fantastic win for FC Birmingham. You look at Georgia Athletic defeating Fountain City 3-1. Columbus Elite losing as well 5-1. And Kalanji Pro Profile just putting up some ridiculous numbers this season. Georgia Revolution with that 4-2 win over UMA, and this is actually a 3-1 win, not a 2-1 win. So a lot of great action, a lot of goals scored this weekend. One more game this weekend, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., Albion SC Atlanta taking on North Georgia United. And then we have a very light schedule next weekend. Only 2 matches, Potros FC, Albion SC Atlanta, and UMA taking on Fountain City. 2 teams that need some wins. Some of the information in regards to Division I from this weekend. FC Atlanta defeated Middle Georgia 2-0. North Georgia United's second team defeated Club the Strongest 3-2. FC Birmingham's U23 team fell to AFC Lightning 1-0. Dalton United's second team and Georgia Impact, they ended 3-3. Atletico Buford's first action against Scenic City FC from Tennessee, they ended 1-1 as well. That'll conclude our festivities here at Meadowcreek Stadium. So for camera operator Joey, I've been Larry Weaver. Thank you for watching here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time here on the pitch here, ASMG TV.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.